Busting the world's oldest conspiracy by revealing the first writers' formats in the Bible. Have you ever wondered who is editing the Bible? These are some of the words written by the 1611 King James translators that are wrote in its preface. They state 4 reasons how anyone can re-edit the text in the Bible. Their third reason is by the light and feeling we attained unto ourselves. The next arrow down points to them writing, a great clerk, Gregory, is the divine, spelt with a capital D. At the bottom, they will tell you by studying the Bible, your reward is to have a participation in a heavenly nature. Whereas the Bible's words should be telling you how to be obedient to our Creator to enter into heaven. Now you know by their own words, they are not the good guys editing the Bible. Here, let me show you the 12 commandments that are listed in Exodus chapter 20, verses 1 through 17. Surprising, isn't it? Now let me show you how I changed one word in Exodus chapter 26, verse 26, the word bars to arches, and now you know that these planks make the hip roof for the tent for meeting for Yv. Why did I just use 2 letters for our Creator's name? Well, Hebrews did not have the letters J, O, or W in their language. Therefore, I am closer when I say the letters YV in English than anyone else. It is better to learn how to pronounce these 2 letters in Hebrew. Our Creator made me see Him 8 times, and these videos are my recording of how and why I am re-editing their text. Then all these books that I am editing will be made into one book in order. In my YouTube description, it has our Creator's hidden formats in a PDF of the same text. In fact, it is a message to everyone today and in the future. I have also made many different styles from these hidden formats for copyright reasons. I'm going to first show you the hidden formats that I know that are the first writers' formats in the Bible and the Hebrew side of the text. And to do this, you can actually go to like Daniel and do this same repeating pattern. Daniel's very easy and breaks down really, really good. You don't have a lot of editing. I use 2 major words to complete a verse, okay? And then I'm connecting with the least amount of words, okay? And in a 3-verse format, this first verse is the statement, and these 2 become like a longer sentence, and they actually define the statement above. Now this makes a small paragraph. And then when I have another paragraph that is very similar to it, these 2 become like a larger paragraph. And then I put a small gap between it. And then you can see I put 2 here, and then it repeats this pattern. So that's what is a 3-verse format. My goal when I get done with all the books is to put them together as one long book, and then we'll have the truthful story of how our Creator communicated with Israelis and His promise for people to live in heaven with Him. And then those who are evil will be separated. And after Jesus comes again the second time, then after man is off earth, He's going to call them to heaven, send them to the abyss, and then our Creator is going to make a forever separation that is called hell. And that is going to be the difference between people living with our Creator and those not wanting to live with our Creator. So, but this is chapter 13, and I will start editing the text. And this recording is for history, that for when those that come to check the text to see what I have done, then they can say, okay, why did he change this word or this word? And what I'll do here is I'll put in the chat now I have a test for people. What happened here? How come it didn't? Well, minus 51 words. So can't do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just give you the second part of the text that I've got here already aligned up. Come on, how come this is not? How come it's not? I can't get it out of my computer to say there's. Okay, it finally worked. And there you have the second part of what I've done. Now, when I'm editing, you're going to see that I'll put a slash here, forward slash, and then put in the correct word. And this is a change to be correct. Instituted, commanded is pretty close. Otherwise, sometimes I'll put them in yellow text and say that it's close. From a month to the first, that's pretty much what the truth is. It's the first of the month, like the celebration in Judah. When you understand that they're supposed to celebrate on the Passover day, then 8 straight more days, this is what they're talking about. But Jeroboam made a feast, not a celebration like in Judah. He mocked our Creator by now creating false gods, idols as well to worship for those who are in Israel. So that means that the text that I'm talking about, Israel is now divided from Judah, okay? And these are the land that David, at the time of King David, this is one of them. Solomon had ruled this, and then our Creator has just divided the land back up to be like this. So, so he made an ox, not calf, and it was in Bethel. So anybody going to the church of Bethel, it was a pagan place for a pagan altar for pagan idols. And you're pretty stupid, I think, because you don't read the text. Now, it comes down to chapter 13. And I know I will be talking a lot, probably to myself, but that's what's needed to verbally get across everything that I'm changing. Let me just check to make sure Twitch is working. Okay, it's working. Just trying to make sure everything is good here in both of them. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Now behold, there came a male. Man is a secular word for meaning man or men, and male is the correct word here because man, under our Creator's definition, our Creator made man male and female. So when I'm using the word man, it means male and female. Now behold, there. No. So I guess there I could split it this way and get rid of this. Now there came a male. Now this, a male of our Creator, this is a prophet then. So all these have to be, oops, I'm going to need to spell the word Oh, wait a second. I don't need to. Prophe, prophet. And I'm going to get, whoops, and I'm going to get rid of all this text here to say a prophet. And since I'm adding this word, I'll do it this way. From Judah to Bethel. Now, I have different ways because Judah could be the male, Judah could be this nation, and it would be all capital letters. And when they fall away, it'll be all small capital letters to Bethel by the words. Since I'm adding that, I'll color that, changing this from YV, and you've seen the intro is why I say the word YV. And then to honor and respect our Creator, even the word from here. Now there came a prophet from Judah to Bethel by the word, not by, with words. Prophet's going to announce something, so I will say I'm adding that and I'm getting with words from YV. Okay, now that you can see is a 4-verse format, but I don't know that for sure. Let me keep going here. While Jeroboam was standing by the altar. Now, that's exactly where he was at here. So the story is going to continue. As he went to his altar in Bethel to sacrifice to the ox he had made, now there came a prophet from Judah to Bethel with words from YV, while Jeroboam was standing by his altar, meaning that's what he built. And it wasn't to burn incense. And here I'm just going to say this is going to be the, this guy here is the prophet, and we don't know his name. So while Jeroboam was standing by his altar, he against his altar, he cried out his prophecy, meaning our Creator's prophecy. I've got to add it against the altar. He I'm going to put the word proclaim here. Or I guess I could say he shouted. He shouted. Thus is the word this was Said this has got to be prophesied. Just a second, I need to take this. It looks like I shut it off instead of turned it on. This was prophesied. He shouted out. This has to be the word about his altar. And I'm going to put Jeroboam here because that's who he was talking to. About his altar. This was prophesied. Has to be by YV. You gotta because this is the format. I've got two major words here, prophesy and YV, and I need those. So how did I guess I don't need this here, and it says, and he shouted to Jeroboam about his altar was prophesied by YV. Now that is the end there. And now I've got a 3 verse here. This would have to be so. So he shouted to Jeroboam about his altar was prophesied by YV. It's pretty rough, but this is changing into a 4 verse to a 3 verse. A son will be born. From sons from David. Uh, a son will be born from the sons from David. Now this might be the king that does this. No, it's not. This is not it. It's Jehu, I believe. Let me see here. Under the timeline. Yeah, he burned the bones on the altar. So it was Jehu that did it. And they wouldn't have known that. He's just saying there's a son. So this would be, it's like an unknown. This has to be like saying on yours. You'll sacrifice your priests in their bones. I know the story. He's going to dig up the graves and then burn their bones. So what I have here is yours as one of the subject, major subjects, and then he's going to do this to these and these, and that's just kill them alive and burn them. So these are our creator's words. I should have. Okay. Now this becomes a 4 verse. I'm trying to see how I can make this a 4 verse. How do I make this verse? Because if I this, then why would I need this word, these words? That is a double. So if that's out, say that's a 4 verse. He cried his like a heralding. He heralded his prophecy against his altar. So he shouted Jeroboam about his altar A son will be born. Okay, now I've got that and that. So now this has got to be done here. This is not needed. A prophet from Judah. We already know he's in Bethel with words from YV while Jeroboam was standing by his altar. Okay. He heralded. Okay. I think it's going to be a 4-verse, and I think I've got it hammered here. So let me just do this as a quick cleanup to show you what the text looks like real quick, because a lot of times I'm even confused, by the way. So let me just do a quick cleanup. Just seeing if it's screwed with anything else, because all this shouldn't. Have no color. And then the verses would read like this: A prophet from Judah with words from YV while Jeroboam was standing by his altar. He heralded his prophecy against his altar. So he shouted to Jeroboam about his altar. A son will be born. So that's what this stuff looks like when it's cleaned up. Okay. So just showing you that it can be done. And we do have a 4-verse format. Okay. Now, if those two go together, then I got a double space here. And then this is actually supposed to be a group like this. Uh-oh. Something happened here. Okay, it's working. See, yes, there was something here and it took it out. But I should remember to stick that on another page, empty blank page. But now that I've got this as the next sentence, there should be more. See, if I got the word bones here, so I must have added that. Must have added all that because I was taking it from here and knowing that they're going to burn. And on yours he will sacrifice your priests and their bones. I added that word. This isn't needed anymore. This is not here. The act of him doing this is the prophecy. So I don't think that needs to be the sign. This is what he's still going to do. Then your altar. Then your altar will be split apart. Broken apart. Because you're just not going to split it up. Could cut it up. You could do it broken up, broken apart. I think that's the best word I could use right now. Will be broken apart. Ashes on it will be poured out. Well, that doesn't matter. And on the same day, behold, your altar will be broken apart. Yes, prophesied. Same day, YHVH's prophesied, behold, your altar will be broken apart. Okay. When this, I know who he is, so I'm going to put his name in here. When Jeroboam heard the, oops, heard the prophecy, it's two of them, prophecies. So I don't need this. When Jeroboam heard the prophecies, this is just a repeat. He knows who he is. He didn't stretch out. He reached out. His hand to, it's got to be to his altar if I'm using these words. His hand to the altar. No, that would be 4 verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, this is, but his hand, or his arm, but his arm, he reached out like that, so it's his whole arm. And what do I say? But his arm, what happened to his arm? Stiffened? Stiff. Stiffened. To speak. So this I don't need here now. This I don't need here. To 1, 2, 3, 4. But his arms stiffened so that he could not. He reached out. Stiffened so and that. His arm as his hand to speak. His German reached out his hand to speak. To him, and as his arm reached out, it stiffened so he could not. I'm going to use this as the one word. This is going to draw it back to himself. This is wrong. And he became frightened. He became frightened. I need a verse here because there's 4 verses. Yes. Because it looks like this prophet. I just need the word prophet. Okay. Then the king must be then be then he said to the prophet, tweet would be ask, YHVH, our creator, meaning of this, YHVH, that my hand be restored. But what's up here that I can use? YV creator, that my hand be restored. Arm, healthy. Now I'm going to use the word so, the prophet. Those are the two major words. Ask YV. King's arm. Got to game as it was before. It's restored. Was restored as it was before. I think that's good enough. So then this becomes, these two are going to be connected together. I'm trying to see here of the story. Then I still have this in here. Nope. I'm going to go through here and do this just to save me some time, I believe. Okay. Unto the prophet, come home with me, and I'll give you a reward. Prophet said, don't need this. If you were to give me half your house, would that go with you? So, need this. Don't need any of this, because that's going to be two verses. Won't go with you, nor or drink. Amen. No eat no bread, drink water. Mm. I think this one's going to be out here and here. Or return by the road. You go. Mm. Or he left. Well, if I use the word so he went another way, and that turned here. Went, no, did not turn by the road. He came to Bethel. No, it can't be a prophet. This guy's going to be a seer, which means he was one of the priests, kind of like divining, making up his own thing. So a seer, or let me put it this way, a diviner. Oops, this is wrong. I'm going to use the word a. Now a diviner living in Bethel. His sons told him all that was said. All that was said. It's got to be they saw. And what the prophet okay, if this is done, this is his arm. They saw him do his arm, and we don't need this. So all they heard, and what the prophet done for his arm. That day that's what I do when it's the evil guys are saying it, because I don't think it's true prophecy. True prophecy would be all bold. So when the people are reading that these, what I see here is move these two verses up, because they actually read better when you put them right here. All right. What they heard that day in Bethel, and the words he prophesied. He prophesied, and what the prophet done for his arm. Okay. Now we got, and their father said to them, Which way did he go? Which road did he go? I gotta add and he had to tell him which way to go. So now his sons had seen the way which had came from and gone. But that doesn't fit this. This can all be said, and they told his father. So this can now be not used. Now, said to his sons, saddle the donkey for me. And he rode away. Now that is very unusual. I can use everything here. Phew. Okay. Then he went after he went after. So he went after him. And found him sitting under oak, and he said to him, are you the prophet who came from Judah? He said, I am. Then he said to him, come home with me. He said, I cannot. I cannot. He said, I cannot. I eat bread or drink water with you. He said, I cannot. But that's 4 verses, what I'm looking for. I was trying to, I'm looking for more. Okay. Place in this nation. Okay, so that's more correct. Not this place. He went from Judah to the other nation. So nation has to be there. Well, these two are good. And I think I'm going to keep them that though 4. Now I've got to put the diviner to know who he is. Said to him, spake to me. And bring it back with you to your house that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied to him. And the diviner said to him, I am also a prophet like you, and an angel spake to me by the words from YHVH. And then he said this. So he went back with him and ate bread. And ate and drank. And as they were sitting at the table, words from YHVH to the diviner. Let's see here. Okay, I just checked the voice, making sure we're looking at the meter there. Okay. So when he came back, he ate and drank. You don't need him sitting here at the table. Then words from YHVH came to the diviner. and cried out. And he cried out to the prophet, saying, cried out, nope, because you have disobeyed my command to you, don't need this, because all this is what is said here, my command to you. So this is all double. Don't need that. Wait a second. Turning and eating. And it's the two subjects here is command and you. This because I don't have this here in here. This does not work. So by returning and eating. I guess I can say use I say I declare to you I declare to you your body will not come, your body will not be laid by the grave. Of your forefathers. Okay. Okay. After he finished, they saddle a donkey for him. Finished. Saddled a donkey. Yet gone. And when he had left a lion met him on the road, killed him, and his body was on the road, and the donkey beside it also. Okay, it's coming out pretty good. And those who passed by it, and those who passed by, this we know, it's just been said, they came and told the people in Bethel the diviner heard it, he said, this is the prophet. This made YV. Don't need that. We already have that. Said to his sons, saddle the donkey for me, found his body on the road. Finer Waited on his donkey. Okay, he's on one donkey. He's going to put the body on the other donkey, and then he's going to take it back with him. Okay. When he came to Bethel, buried him by body in his own grave. After he buried him, he spake to his sons, when I die, bury me in his grave. Coffin This is pretty much bury me in his coffin. These things will surely happen. They aren't in Samaria yet. Samaria is going to become the capital city, but that's Omer hasn't bought the hill yet where Samaria is going to be built. Now I think I can use the word prophecy correct. Now the little cleanup here after this event, after this, Rome did not return from did not turn from his evil ways. This has kind of been already said above that he built these high places because I can remember editing that text. That's in the text above. Let me see what I've got here, or is it cleaned up? He made other idols, and yeah, right there. Okay, just to let you know, my memory does work a little bit here. From time to time it does. So this doesn't need to be said or edited. Already got it. This has already been said as well. Now to clean this up, and even though you see all this editing here, when I clean it up, the story is going to be almost perfectly in order, I think. Oh, so let me, and that's what's amazing to me, that all that stuff has been stuck in, it was probably stuck in over a couple hundred years. Oops, that's what's going on here. I gotta give me some more space here to keep adding. So, but a lot of text did come out. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, double space. This got to be a single space. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double space. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Now this is a 4 verse. This is going to become a 3 verse. 1, 2, 3. No, that's wrong. That becomes a 4 verse. If I do this, you can see it grouped together. This has got to group together. Then this is 2 spaces. That's a 4 verse, 1 space, 2 spaces, and then 2 spaces, then 1, 2, 2, yep, it divides the subject here, and 2 here. This is going to be just 1. This is 2. Now, this should have been tied together, but the story is changing. So if it's correctly that it's done right, where I don't have to put add another group here, if I put it here, got a verse missing here. Just say that's what I'm going to need to add here. So then it has to be 2 spaces. This becomes 1. Now this is a 3 verse. Okay, but that did go together correctly. At least I believe that's how it was actually wrote, which is kind of cool to see this. I mean, I've done this for so many years, and just to sit there and say that all the stuff that I just kind of threw out and said I don't need it, it's double text, then you read it. I didn't throw out anything that wasn't vitally important, and the story reveals itself. So glad you watched this one. I enjoy doing these videos to make sure people in history understand what's going on, and definitely subscribe. This is prophecy happening in your days.